Yo, what is good? My quick crypto family and my coin factory family once more back with another live stream, day 51, and we have some good and bad news to cover in the stream today regarding Kaspa, the KRC-20. Those who are in my community already, shout out to you lot. I'm sure you're already perfectly aware of the scam that happened with the Kaspa community very recently. Shout out to, I believe it was Leroy, who linked it in my server. Big up to him. But yes, we're going to be going through that in this stream. It's it's upsetting to hear, of course, always is, and it's why you've got to make sure you do your own research and make sure you do your due diligence whenever you're doing any investments in this space. We're going to be going through that in this stream, but also we have some more big news, again, courtesy of Leroy, shout out my man, who's also showcased to us that stablecoins are already on the way, or even already on the KRC-20. So very good and very bad all in all. We've got more to talk about in this stream, but as always, if you love these streams, be doing these daily 51 days in a row now. Leave a like, share with your friends, and subscribe for more. And if you're new to the servers, new to the stream, and want to learn more about crypto, Kaspa, market sentiments, whatever it may be, the server's about to go through a big expansion soon, I'd like to believe. So feel free to join the free Discord server in the chat right now. Red Pit, you are late. Nope. No, I'm not. I'm early, if anything. Starts at 4 PM BST every single day. Same time, every single day. But I'm sure you're just joking anyways. Yo, Bingo Bango, welcome back to the stream. Jay Honey, my man, welcome back as well. Leroy, my man, welcome as well. And so to you, Eddie, as well. All welcome to the stream. And without further ado, let's get into the bulk of the news. We'll come back to this again later on in the stream for those who join a little bit later. But we have this post here from Scrape Squad, which again was put in my server courtesy of, I believe it was Leroy. No, actually this was Sweet Potato that put it in my server, so shout out to him. And then we had some follow-up from other people as well. But yes, as we can see, a big Kaspa scandal happened a few hours ago, 4 AM or 5 AM where I'm at, so it's about 12 hours ago or something like that from now, where $600,000 was stolen from the Kaspa community. This is a very serious situation for us. For those who are unaware, who want to know a little bit more, of course, here we have it. Basically, as it's in this thread states from Scrape, shout out to him, it's a race to release the first decentralized marketplace, i.e. KDX DeFi. They're the culprits, and KasDex. But it's impossible at this stage of the game without smart contracts or a KRC-20 protocol upgrade. For those who don't understand, in summary, smart contracts provide the essential building blocks for a DEX, enabling automated trading, security, decentralization, you name it. Without smart contracts, it would be difficult or outright impossible to create a truly decentralized exchange. So anyone at this stage of the game who's claiming their decentralized exchange with the KRC-20 with the Kaspa, they aren't. So make sure you keep that in mind when you see any new exchanges popping up, because they might be trying to scam you. Both of which KRC-20 protocols and smart contracts are now in the works by the Kasplex team and KEF and core developers. So these are the guys who are going to be bringing us the KRC-20, the Kasplex, anyone else. These are the ones trying to make a decentralized exchange. Anyone else trying to make a DEX, they are not. They are do a lot more research because likely they cannot be trusted. And the sad part as well, before we continue, the sad part as well, is that these are the same people who stated that they're going to be stablecoins. Huge alpha, USDT and USDC on Kaspa KDX DeFi might happen to them. We think they're the ones that stated they're in contact with a major liquidity provider to bring stablecoins to KRC-20. And well, that's also why they got so much hype. And the sad part as well is that seemingly this was in, he stated that he was in talks with, Wtfff and people like that. Now, I can't say for sure if he was in talks with Wtfff, but either way, KDX said he was. And so they're bringing, stablecoins coming to KRC-20 very soon. KDX, and they're not here anymore. Like, we can try and look their website up, doesn't exist. So, these are the people who claim stablecoins coming to KRC-20. The alpha we received, the one we were all waiting for. This is not happening. At least, not happening on KDX. But we do have proof also, shout out to Leroy, for showing that there are stablecoins already on KRC-20. USDT has already come. We'll get into that in just a moment, but continuation here. People fell into the trap with entering an off-chain KDX pre-sale, which that alone should have been a huge enough red flag to stay away. Fair launch or don't launch. Trustless KRC-20 projects are a rarity we take for granted. They had a centralized product, meaning they had inherent centralized risk. That is not the Kaspa way. So please always proceed with caution and stay safe up there. Yeah, it again, just like he says, deepest condolences to anyone who just lost their money, because again, they stole $600,000. That's not a small fee. That's not a small fee at all. That is a very, very big sum. So anyone who lost their money to that, I do truly feel for you. But again, unfortunately, nothing you can do. This you got caught lacking in this scandal here. And of course, everything looked great on paper at DEX in conjunction with KRC-20, which had a lot of, hype around it. And of course, stablecoins coming through them to KRC-20. I could understand when people would have thought, yeah, it's going to be a very, very big deal. But again, DEXs are basically impossible at this stage of the game without smart contracts or KRC-20, and KDX did not have that. They're the ones that are in charge of that are the Kasplex, KRC-20, and the core developers. And even here, Kaspa goes to Kaspa, put out the breaking news here, telling us to stay vigilant. One on the streets, KDX, DeFi has vanished out after their pre-sale. The pre-sale happened, destroy everyone's money. And yeah, it is, again, I mean, I can go round and round in circles, but it is really, really heart-aching, because these sort of things are always going to happen. You've got to keep that in mind, especially with projects like Kaspa, which are going to continue growing more and more in adoption. But it's these sort of situations that causes so much FUD surrounding the project, and then people are going to start hating on Kaspa. Ultimately, in the long run, I don't think it will matter. I don't, but it's still, the fact of the matter is, now that we have this massive scandal, so to speak, this is good. I mean, obviously right now, Kaspa's down 0.5% daily time frame, 17.05 cents. I don't think the scandal's done too much to Kaspa's price. In the long-term side of things, I don't think it will, but it does hurt its name, what it's trying to build. And it is really unfortunate to see. And it won't be, this has happened, and it's not going to be the last time to happen either. So you've got to make sure you do your own research and make sure you're really, it can really do your research. Again, trade at your own discretion, because this is it's not a safe market. Crypto investing, or any investing for that matter, is always liable to risk. You've got to be very, very careful. So yeah, that was the main herit of the scandal. Huge alpha, of course, of the stablecoins coming to KDX, to KRC-20 is not coming, but then we've got this announcement here of finance change. Thrilled to announce Kaspa Chain is live on decentralized application, Change Finance, by a native Kaspa with Usdt from 20 plus chains, bridge Kaspa to and from Kaspa Network. So, Usdt on Kaspa KRC-20 is officially here. So that is, okay, now supported by finance change, but we can see very, very big news. So despite the fact that the KDX was meant to bring stablecoin to KRC-20, and obviously they completely rugged everyone, we have still got stablecoins. Sooner than we thought. We didn't think it happened this early. We got stablecoins on KRC-20 with Usdt, which is very, very big, through change, of course. But either way, it's a step in the right direction, which is good. And hopefully this may help overshadow the issues that surrounded this whole scandal. But we'll have to learn from that and grow from that going forward as well. There's still a lot more Kaspa news to cover in this stream, and also real world sentiments. The fact of the matter being that BlackRock apparently reveals it's quietly prepared for a $35 trillion Federal Reserve dollar crisis with Bitcoin. I'm going to go through this article in just a moment. This is a very, very big deal, and as always, these streams, this is where I bring the information to you guys. All the information that I'm informed through my Discord, and also I try to inform people through my Discord as well. So if you want to keep up to date, again, please feel free to join through the Discord server, link in the chat right now. And also, full disclosure for those who do end up joining the Discord, if you ever get an account, considering we're talking about scams anyway right now, if you ever get an account with my name trying to add you, it is not me. I will never add first. That's why for those who watched my stream yesterday, I asked Mr. Miles to add me, because that way he knows it's me and it's all good. I will not add you, so be careful. Wherever you are in this space, people will always try to take advantage of you, so make sure you do your research and make sure you keep your wits about you. Being new, KRC-20 is going to have a lot of scammers. Yeah, I mean, anything in this space can have a lot of scammers. Everywhere in this space. I mean, and even now to this day, you have smaller projects that have scammers. Like, everything's got scams, and then you've got to be very, very careful. Kaspa, of course, has got a lot of demand right now, with the fact that it's got so much potential that KRC-20 is going to have scams around it as well. That's why a lot of the meme tokens you want to be careful about as well, because the meme tokens, even ones that have been released now, they may not be legit. So be very, very careful. Floki rugged me with the Simon's Cap Binance airdrop $2,000. I'm very sorry to hear that, my man. I really, really am. Yeah, it sucks, man. It does really suck. I have been fortunate enough to not be caught up by any scams, but I won't lie and say that I've been close. But every time every time I've been fortunate enough to think it gets a little bit fishy, and I start to do a bit more research and realise, oh, you know what, I'm not liking where this is going, and then I get out of it, and next thing you know, a week later, it's been announced that, you know, this was a scandal, but oh, thank God I got out of it. I've been very, very lucky. A couple of times it's happened to me close to it. That's why you've got to do your research, make sure you're really taking your, you know, doing it. Really, really be careful. And yeah, good evening, you from Finland, my man. Welcome back to the stream. I got receipts on X, yeah. Good morning, Toggle Delay. Yeah, Kaspa and Bitcoin, you know it. Don't worry, guys. I'll put a stop to this. I'll let it happen again. Yeah, please do read them. Chico Crypto shilled KDX last night and deleted the stream. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Again, this for me, like, this for me is one. I mean, I had this bookmarked as something that I thought, yes, it's something that I'm going to be waiting for. You know, stablecoins coming up very, very soon. It could be very, very big. Of course, we've got stablecoins as confirmed here. Usdt. There'll be more coming soon in due time, I'm sure. But yeah, this is obviously, you know, it was evidently a scam. There have been some people who actually said Chicago Crypto shilled KDX last night and then deleted the stream. As you know, it's now been rug pulled. Maybe he was in on it, who knows. But either way, that is the current, you know, fallout of what's happened right now. What's up, Sean? Welcome to the stream, my man. What's up, Cody, my man? Welcome back to the stream. Sweet Potato, good day. Yeah, Sweet Potato, if this is the guy I think it is, this is the man that also let me know in the Discord server about the scandal. Brought it to my attention, so I should pick up to him as well. But yeah, without further ado, we'll get into the next big announcement of this stream, which is this post here that BlackRock quietly reveals it's preparing for a 35 trillion Federal Reserve dollar crisis with Bitcoin. This is a very, very big deal, of course, in reference to what it's talking about. Basically, as we can see from the fourth article here, now, as fear swirls, the US dollar is on the verge of total collapse. The world's largest asset manager, BlackRock, has warned of growing concerns about the spiraling $35 trillion US debt pile that's predicted to drive institutional interest into Bitcoin. Ultimately, right now, as I've been reiterating time and time again, with the collapse of the dollar, the fallout of the fiat monetary system, we're seeing an increase in adoption with blockchain technology, and therefore, because fiat's not safe, people will start seeking safety in gold, commodities, but also they're starting to seek safety in Bitcoin and crypto assets because it is meant to be, well, Bitcoin is said to be the digital gold, but more importantly, the fact that crypto technology has been incorporated into the backbone of a monetary system. Therefore, institutions start to seek safety in crypto, which is very, very big news, and then we're going to see a lot of liquidity coming very, very soon. You know, in just 2 weeks from now, and less than that now, FTX will be distributing $16 billion to its creditors, and that's Q4 of 2024. So that's going to be very, very good, more liquidity into the market. The global M2 money supply has hit another new all-time high. Historically, Bitcoin prices follows this. More liquidity in the market, the Fed cuts the rates, meaning there's less pressure on the market, more liquidity in the market, therefore can flow into the risk on assets like crypto, like Bitcoin, and hopefully therefore like Kaspa as well. And this here is just showcasing more on top of what the BlackRock was talking about the debt crisis. Right now, the US budget deficit has hit a staggering $380 billion in August, up by 66% from August 2023, or 12 billion a day. That is really, really serious, very, very serious. And this has been by far the largest deficit in any August on record, and it's not even close. We can see here, every single August, every single year, almost double. That's absolutely nuts from last year, and that's the last all-time high. So it showcases that how disastrous the debt crisis is right now. Why the government is spending money like there's a crisis, I don't know. That's why I think the 50 basis point cut was necessary, and if anything, that's just nothing. We need more. We need a lot more than that. And I think there's going to be a lot more incoming. There's been talks about there's going to be a total of 100 blocks per second, so 1 percentile cut before the end of this year, another percentile cut in 2025, and then more in 2026 as well. So of course now there's still the woes and worries as crypto. This is going to be good for crypto. You know, people starting to seek safety away from fiat towards crypto to invest in their money, but it also means that we're going to see more worries regarding potential recession. You know, US existing home sales fell by 2.5% to 3.86 million in August, the second lowest in 14 years. 14 years. This is 2010. This is just recovering from one of the worst financial crashes in history. The market had only just been about to start recovering around then. I ended up moving houses around that time, and I got screwed with cost of housing. Where I was living, it cost so. We lost the house like pricing so much. I had to move somewhere else we wanted to move to had recovered already, but where we lived didn't. So, you know, home sales have still been hit really, really hard. Home sales have fell nearly double the expected 1.3% decline. Again, more proof of the fact that the housing market is stagnant, and what caused the housing the crisis in 2008 was the housing bubble. So right now we're in a very similar situation to the 2008 financial crisis. Why everyone's so worried right now, and why BlackRock's talking about seeking safety in crypto, interest in Bitcoin rising. That's why I think is approaching on talking on CNBC time and time again that Bitcoin is a worthwhile investment. It's actually digital gold. It's something that they're looking more and more into. They want to hold 10% of the total supply by the end of the bull cycle. Japanese wages to grow faster than inflation for the first time in 30 years. Again, very, very big news. And how do we know if we're in a recession? Well, in the past, it took an average of 10 months for the National Bureau of Economic Research to announce the US recession after it started. After the pandemic of 2020, recession start dating came with a 16-month lag. During the 2008 financial crisis, it took a year before they declared a recession. This means that the economy is almost always in a downturn before it's officially recognized. Point being is, if we are in a recession right now, we will not have official confirmation until it's too late, or potentially a year from now. So potentially we can see this bull cycle as good as it will likely be, and following the bull cycle, then there'll be an announced recession. I'm not trying to spread FUD, I'm just trying to bring you information based on articles and sources that I've read and seen. The data released is with a lag and is subject to many revisions. As we have seen in the recent labour market's down a lot, housing bubbles going up more and more in price, so potentially we could already be in a recession, but we just don't know it yet. I'm not trying to spread FUD, again, I'm just trying to bring the information to you to prove that there's data, constant amounts of data, showcasing that we are in a disastrous economic situation, and while the rate cuts are good for crypto, and despite the fact we're going to see more adoption into Bitcoin as well, as BlackRock confirms as well, the ones that effectively control the world, we might already be potentially in a recession. But in saying that, you have to keep in mind as well that the Fed has announced a 50 basis point rate cut, and many believe that stock and crypto will start to crash. I still believe there's a possibility we'll see a correction still incoming, but we'll have to wait and see. But many people are saying that whenever the Fed has started to rate cuts with 50 basis point or more, a recession has happened. This is not completely true. Despite the signs suggesting that we may be in a recession right now, it's not been announced yet, we won't know till it's, again, too late, but it's not completely true, it's not guaranteed to be a recession. In 1984, the Fed announced the first time rate cut of 50, the SPX pumped 9% within 6 months. In 1987, 3 years later, again, 6% in 6 months. In 01, 8% in 6 months. 07, before financial crash, 11% in 6 months. So this is therefore Ash's Crypto's way, I think, of trying to state that it doesn't mean we're going to enter a recession right here and now. Because again, 07, that was a year before the financial crash, before the recession. So what we're going to probably see is continued price increases for the next few months, potentially the rest of the bull cycle, and then following that, we may see the announcement by the National Bureau of Economic Research announcing the US recession, and therefore, hitting hard on all financial economies. It's something to keep in mind. Now, the good news in regards to, I guess, Kaspa, if you want to have a little bit of hope in this regard, Kaspa has proved itself for the past 3-4 years to go against the markets, launching in the peak of the bear cycle, and launching in the peak of the bull cycle, and in one of the harshest bear cycles in history. And during that time, Kaspa did nothing but increase in value, up 90,000% since its launch. One of the only projects in history to do this, only project in history to be who has reached the top 20, even top 25, with no tier 1 listings, purely based on the project they're trying to build, the technology they have, and the community that is us right now. That's not to say that Kaspa won't suffer if there's a recession. I think it will. I think it's quite obvious it would. But I'm saying that Kaspa's correction may not be as heavy as other ones because of what it is, and the fact that it's proved itself to be able to go against the economy and the market trends. And if they end up releasing smart contracts and Dagnite and everything else they're trying to build around this time, they might further stem the bleeding of their correction, their crash, which may potentially, again, this is speculative. I want to illustrate this is not guaranteed. This is what historical data has shown us time and time again, that BlackRock's saying, we've got a massive debt crisis, we've got proof here, debt crisis is very, very high, you're going to start looking more into Bitcoin, investing more into Bitcoin, institutional interest in Bitcoin, housing bubbles, going crazy, more housing collapse, like rising wages, Japanese wages growing faster. This is just proof. I'm going to link all of this in my Discord server later on for those who want to read it up for themselves and get more of an insight into it. Again, shameless plug for me. But this is sort of information that I'm trying to bring to you all. that we are seeing numerous indicators, numerous signs that we are in a economic struggle, which may lead to a recession we might even be in one, but it won't be announced for a few years. And thankfully, Kaspa, again, this is speculative, this is hopium, but this is just for you to understand that Kaspa, as we can see, has proved itself in one of the worst bear cycles in history. And it's just pumped up and up and up. So therefore, I'm still optimistic and hopeful for its bull cycle incoming. And in the correction, I still think Kaspa's going to, fare better than other projects. A lot of projects are going to probably end up collapsing. Yeah. What's up, Vasalexo, my man? Welcome to the stream. What's your opinion when off ramping given USD in the crisis? Good question. I mean, it's a good question. What's your opinion when off ramping or given USD in a crisis? I mean, I'm gonna have my money in the safer assets. When the US dollar's in the crisis, I'm gonna have my money in. I won't have it in fiat. Obviously, I'll have to have enough to get by, but I will try not to have it in fiat. I'll have it in, whether it be crypto, whether it be, commodities, gold, whatever it may be. But I will not have it in fiat to try my best to, again, the only way you can, there's been a lot of struggle, could be a lot of people sacked off, laid off, people are going to struggle with their rents and stuff like that. And you know what, this is, I guess, kind of speculative, but I think there's proof behind this as well. I think this is by design. Because I think one thing that I've seen time and time again through articles and sources, I'm going to try and find this video for you guys for the next stream, is that people do not accept change without a crisis. That's what's, proven in history time and time again. People do not accept change without a crisis. And what's the current thing that the governments, the world want right now? It's CBDCs. They want to incorporate a new monetary system, which people, for the most part, they probably still want to keep cash. Because it's what they've been used to. People don't want to just switch to blockchain and crypto. Despite its good and its benefits, I don't think CBDCs are good. But again, we can't really stop that. I think it gives them too much control. But I think this is a situation that they've let happen, and they're going to have a crisis, and they're going to say, yeah, the financial system's collapsed. If we had a 24/7 system that could be protected with blockchain like CBDCs, we're going to have this problem, and they then bring it out to save everyone. As Wall Street is in love with Bitcoin and to the lesser degree Ethereum, and is not overly quick at pivoting, are they / will they notice Kaspa, or will they be reticent in adopting a new coin in the town? Good question, Mikey. Good question. I mean, Bitcoin is Bitcoin, of course. So, of course, they're very, very, very happy about Bitcoin. They have got a little bit of love for Ethereum as well. Ultimately, the institutions, so they'll be getting their tokens through their ETFs. If Kaspa gets an ETF, I'm sure we'll see some institutional adoption through the Wall Street to Kaspa. Without an ETF, I don't imagine we will. At least not to, the same extent they're doing to Bitcoin or anything else. I think Bitcoin's, of course, the big one. A lot's going to go into Bitcoin. Ethereum to a degree, yes. I think when XRP gets an ETF, we will see significant adoption with that. Grayscale recently announced an XRP trust, which does translate to an XRP ETF in due time. And right now, that's the highest performing asset on their portfolio, the XRP trust. So, and I think it's because of their institutional adoption with XRP and Ripple. So I think XRP will be a big ETF as well when that actually fully comes out. I think Kaspa has the potential to be a very, very big one as well. Ultimately, because right now the biggest problem is the fact that people believe that proof of work layer ones can't handle a high throughput and can't scale proof of stake, for the win. That's why people like XRP, because they don't think proof of work works. Yet we can see this here. Ethereum, Solana. Obviously, this is the initial launch of KRC-20. It's obviously calmed down since then, but this is the proof that proof of work most definitely works. There's congestion issues, but there's no problems with the code. This KRC-20 definitely works. It's better than what Solana does, what Ethereum does, which is a very, very big deal. So I think that is in due time with Kaspa's adoption going more and more. Which again, keep in mind the KII Enterprise event is taking place in just 4 days' time. The same day as 5 SEC commissioners are testifying in front of Congress, and the day before, 25th of September, Gary Gensler is testifying in front of Congress. They're in trouble, which I'm very much looking forward to. The SEC are getting ridiculed in front of Congress right now. They're basically being now accused, and it's not even accused because there's proof behind it, that the terms they've been using in front of the courts of law, in front of judges, is, crypto asset securities is a way to kind of, swerve past them and try and make them, not question it. This was a made-up term. There's nothing in their law books, their rule books, nothing anywhere documented that crypto asset security is an actual term they should be using. They made it up. So, they're going to have a very, very tough time on Wednesday and Tuesday, and I'm very much looking forward to that. I'm going to be tuning into that, make sure I hear more about it, to hear them get ridiculed, because the SEC are just so bad. But I think, we'll see, as Kaspa goes more and more in adoption, we'll see these sort of figures happening more consistently, and then I think we'll start seeing more institutional adoption with Wall Street into Kaspa. I think it will take some time. We're seeing a massive increase in institutional adoption right now. A lot of it's been happening for years behind the scenes. That's what articles have proved to us. Have been preparing for a while. I saw articles yesterday from a Twitter account called Smoke, where you have the likes of BlackRock, the likes of Citibank, the likes of Wtfff. I think I spoke about it in my stream yesterday as well, talking about the Great Reset with blockchain technology. They've been talking about this for years and years and years. Some since 2022, some earlier than that. The bank's been preparing for it. Kaspa only came out to the market in 2021. It's not had the level of adoption yet for the institution to properly look at it. But yet Kaspa has the white papers. Their founders are being quoted in numerous blockchain technologies as experts in Bitcoin security with smart contracts. Nick Szabo, you got them quoted in helping the protocols that they created. What's used for Ethereum, what's used for Cardano, for many other projects. The fact of the matter that Jonathan Sobolinski is quoted in papers from the BIS. Again, there's a lot of evidence to showcase that Kaspa will take off, but it just might take some time. But once the technology of Kaspa scales more, 10 BPS coming Q1 2025, once the Dagonite and smart contracts come out, which will make Kaspa more decentralized, even better for what they want to do, given the smart contracts give smart contracts are a necessity. Okay, rambling a little bit. I think when Kaspa gets smart contracts, then we'll see more Wall Street adoption. Because smart contracts are a necessity for these institutions to be able to do what they want to do with the finance sector. They are a necessity for it. They need smart contracts. The BIS recently announced Project Agora with many massive, financial institutions, from Bank of America to the BVA to SBR Holdings to JP Morgan, Visa, all over the place. And in Project Agora, in their video they showcase, their unified ledger, what it is, the problem with the current monetary system, and what this is going to prove, what Project Agora helped to solve, and it's using smart contracts for that. It needs smart contracts for that. So with Kaspa having smart contracts, then I think we will see more institutional adoption with Wall Street. That's my personal theory right now. I think we need smart contracts first, which will be coming. Again, we haven't got a date for it. Speculation is saying end of this bull cycle or early 2026. Could be longer, could be earlier. We have to wait and see. Ultimately, right now, I'm not focused too much ahead on the long term. Long term, I think Kaspa's going to take off, and it's going to be the asset of choice for everyone, institution and retail. Every asset, I think, is going to have a place for what they want to use. Institutions are going to have their own use case for each individual asset, but I think Kaspa's going to be one that's going to be highly sought after because of what they can do. And again, the energy sector, thanks to the KRI, going to help Kaspa scale even more. If you're in a recession, does it mean I have to sell my crypto before it crashes? I don't think it's going to crash in this bull cycle. Again, this is my speculation. I think we're going to see a bull cycle regardless of that. That's what BlackRock wants. That's what BlackRock confirmed here. We're going to see more institutional interest into Bitcoin. I think when the recession, if and potentially when a recession happens, which science seems to suggest it will be, then you have to look at ways to. This is when you've got to start doing your research. Again, this is stuff I'm going to be also talking about. I mean, I think you're already a part of them, read them. But again, stuff I'm going to be talking about and devising strategies with my community in my Discord server, leading up to the time, how to, hopefully combat and protect yourself against an incoming recession. Stuff I'm going to be talking about at a later point. Right now, I'm just talking about what's happening with Kaspa, and the server is going to be expanding soon. And with that, we're going to be having a lot more clarity around what to do. That's my goal right now. Interesting that they say that with the fiat system could collapse, with Bitcoin already proven to be too cumbersome as a currency. Surely that's more reason for Kaspa to develop quicker. I mean, yes, you're right, Jay, but at the same time, Kaspa taking their time developing is more ideal. You don't want them to push something out quickly that's not properly completed yet, like they did the first time with KRC-20. First launch KRC-20 was not done properly, had problems. You know, they had to spend 2-3 months to redo it again. Kaspa, as Shai confirmed, was meant to come out in 2018. They waited until 2021 when it was, you know, more developed, when it was better. So yes, it would be better for Kaspa to come out quicker, but at the same time, it's better they take their time with it. You know, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Ultimately, they're better off having the best system, and then, you know, institutions realize how good it is and they start adopting it then, as opposed to, you know, rushing it out and pushing it out quickly. Obviously, there's a fine line between launching quickly and making sure it's absolutely bulletproof in the jobs that I do at work. Yeah, that's pretty much as I said. Yeah, obviously they'll probably want to push it out quickly to an extent where they want to help, but at the same time, I think they'll take their time because it's better having something that works and it's bulletproof than to push it out quickly. What Kaspa's building already is truly groundbreaking. Nobody in this space can compete with what Kaspa's trying to build right now. That's what I strongly believe. No one can compete with what Kaspa's trying to do right now. Therefore, they don't need to rush because they know how good it's going to be anyways. They just have to make sure it's all good, so that means when it does come out better and then you start adopting it, they don't have problems with it. Because if they release something that has problems with it, there's going to be a fallout. You will own nothing and be happy. Yeah, I've heard the WF say that as well. There's a lot, all the big people, even the European Central Bank, Christine Lagarde. There's an interview of her basically saying if you own over $1,000 in cash or something like that, you're going to put it on a grey market or something like that. So, you know, they're literally trying to abolish cash. They're trying to make you, you know, just them. They don't want to own you effectively. How will the energy token thing with the KRI, DRI, and Kaspa coins work? We'll find out more about that in due time, Sean, I'm sure. Ultimately, to my knowledge, the KRI is going to help in the adoption of Kaspa and get them, in partnership with the institutions. They're going to utilize their technology and their tokens and stuff like that as ways to work in the energy sector. Maybe even mining Kaspa as well with solar power. That'd be quite cool. Ultimately, right now, the KRI have confirmed they're working on projects in the energy sector, and with the KRC-20, they're working on projects to help Kaspa become a pivotal part in the energy sector, the finance sector, the public sector, the supply chain, cross-border payments, and so on and so forth. Now, let Kaspa rival what Hedera, HBAR, and XRP Report are doing as well. We might even find out announcements in 4 days' time at their enterprise event. We'll have to wait and see. We're going to have the KRI there, many institutions in there. Shai and Michael Sutton are also going to be there as well. What's up, Capital my man? Welcome to the stream. Hi, Quick Crypto. Just want to say thank you for these daily live streams as I get to catch up with a lot of Kaspa crypto news in an enjoyable format. I finish work at 4, and when I tune into the live streams right away and go to my second job. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much for the support, my man. You're a legend for that. Thank you. It means a lot. And you're keeping the grind up. It's good to see as well. So big up to you, my man, and you're welcome. I'll be doing these daily as always, and I'm sure you're also in the Discord server where even if you can't catch the live streams, you can find the information in there and talk with a very friendly community, I like to believe, talking about crypto and Kaspa in the server. Thank you for your in-depth answer, Chris. Don't worry, my man. Here to help where I can. SEC Security Enforcement Circus, Gary Gensler being the circus master. Yeah, he is a clown. He's a tyrant. I don't like that man. Him and Elizabeth Warren are two of the people I just don't like. I think they're completely corrupt. $10. This bull run is a bear prediction. If you take profit under $10, slap yourself. Sure. I mean, I personally believe $10 is the top end of this bull cycle. I'd love to be proven wrong. I think Kaspa's got a lot in coming. We got, tier 1 seem to be eager to launch Kaspa. KRC-20 is now out. 10 BPS is on the way. Smart contracts are in process. Dagnite's in process, but these things may not happen in the bull cycle. Yes, we're going to see more institutional adoption than ever before in Bitcoin and crypto. This may help Kaspa as well. But I think $10 would be $10 from now would be amazing, but I can't say for sure it's going to happen. I think we'll like to see a $5 Kaspa. In the last bull cycle, Cardano, which my current, comparison is with Cardano ADA. Cardano ADA hit $3, something like that, just short of $100 billion market cap in the last bull cycle. And I think that Kaspa is by far a better project than Cardano in everything they do, and should surpass Cardano therefore. So that means a $4 Kaspa would be enough to suffice that. But I also think there's more institutional adoption than ever before, therefore we can see more money in the market than ever before as well, also flooding into Kaspa. Therefore, I think $5 puts up a good potential. I'm hoping for $7. I think $10 it would be amazing, but I'm more skeptical about that. If it happens, I'm not going to be upset by it. If it goes 15 or 20, I'd be even more happy, but I'm not holding my breath. Considering one of the indicators that is quite religiously looked at for proof of work projects is the power law. Again, not the do or die indicator, but it's an important indicator nonetheless. The power law states top end is $3 Kaspa. I think Kaspa's going to surpass $3, but I don't think it's going to 3x it and reach, $9, $10. I think that, I mean, if it could, great. I'm a bit skeptical about it, that's all. What's up, Mohammed man? Welcome back to the stream. Gensler is a clown, damn straight, 100%. Hey bro, did you look at Pepe on KRC-20? No, I haven't had the chance just yet, Jcash, but I will be getting into it at some point soon. Yesterday I was really busy, had some things to sort out with the Discord server, which I'm going to get sorted out over the weekend, so I might not have time to look at it this weekend, but we'll be getting to it very, very soon. Don't worry about it. Everything is moving, but Kaspa is not. Well, for the most part, there are some projects moving more than others. Looks, for the most part, in the gaming sector, as we can see here. We've got Vulcan Forge 4%, GFAL 6%, Nakamoto 8%. Some other projects are moving as well. Kaspa is kind of stagnant, yes, but Bitcoin equally is also stagnant. So, they're kind of both going in the same direction right now. And not to mention as well that Kaspa also just did have this whole recent fiasco happened literally earlier today. So of course there might be a bit of circulating FUD around the project right now. For those who are joining the stream a little bit later, I mentioned this at the very beginning. The stream has been half an hour now, so I'll recover it again for those who don't know what I'm talking about. This here, proof from Scrape Squad. A big Kaspa scandal happened a few hours ago at the beginning of the day. $600,000 was stolen from the Kaspa community, which is, not a small number by any means. It's very, very worrying. Ultimately, right now it's a race to release the first decentralized marketplace, i.e. the KDX DeFi, which are the culprits of this, and Kaspa DEX. But it is impossible at this stage of the game, without smart contracts or a KRC-20 protocol upgrade, to make a decentralized marketplace. Because smart contracts provide the essential building blocks for a DEX, enabling automated trading, security, decentralization, you name it. Without smart contracts, therefore, it would be difficult, outright impossible even, to create a truly decentralized platform. So this is, right now, and also right now, both smart contract and KRC-20 protocol updates are in developments and in the works with Kaspa KF and the core developers. So anyone right now, any third party, anyone that's trying to say they're making a Kaspa decentralized exchange, most likely are just trying to scam you. Had confirmation as well in my stream earlier that someone tried to shield the project, and of course now they delete the stream. Evidently people just fell into the trap when entering an off-chain KDX pre-sale, which $600,000 was stolen from people, and my heart's to go out to everyone that lost their money, but this is why you need to do your own research. When you see I understand the sentiment behind it. I do. I'm not trying to, put anyone down for it, because I understand the sentiment. When you see, this sort of announcement as well, where the KDX announced they were speaking, they said, we spoke with Wtfff. Now, whether Wtfff actually knew about this or not, I don't know. But he mentioned they spoke with Wtfff, who's an ambassador, or one of the key people in the KRC-20, in the Kaspa community. They spoke with Wtfff, and the KDX was speaking to a major liquidity provider to get stablecoins, USDT and USDC, on the KRC-20 very, very soon. Of course, it's going to generate so much FOMO, so much hype, people might overlook the red flags. The red flags, of course, being that, there's a pre-sale, which that alone should have been a huge enough red flag to stay away. A pre-sale for a decentralized exchange, like what? That shouldn't happen. That should not happen. That's not fair launch at all. That's not decentralized at all. So, yeah, that of course should have raised some red flags. People might have seen that, some people evidently didn't, and that's why $600,000 was stolen from the KDX DeFi. So just be very, very careful whenever you're doing that sort of stuff. So, yeah, my heart goes to them. I'm very, very, feel for them. And yes, that means therefore the stablecoins come to date KDX is not going to happen. But at the same time, we have got the announcement here, courtesy of Leroy, my man, who put this in the chat. This is also courtesy of Sweet Potato that put this in the chat. Get a shout out to him as well in my Discord server. That Finance Change, or Changey, has announced Kaspa Chain is now live on the decentralized chain app Finance. So you can buy a native Kaspa with USDT from 20 plus chains. Ultimately, right now, USDT is now on the KRC-20, which is very, very cool. Very, very big news. So we didn't get it through KDX. We have got stablecoins on KRC-20 already, which is very, very good. We'll see more and more coming as time goes on. Obviously, it's through Finance. It's not just straight on KRC-20, but still, it's very, very good to see. And that has, I think, reverted any, harm that this could have caused to an extent. But either way, this is still very, very worrying. So again, just be very, very careful when you're doing your research, do your own research, do due diligence, and make sure that you're not getting scammed, because it's going to happen all the time in this space. Even my Discord server, people trying to impersonate me, to scam my community. I've done what I can to prevent it, but it's at the point now they don't even join the server anymore. They know my name, because obviously they joined the server in the past, whatever it may be. So they just make a profile in my impersonation and try to scam people. So don't add my name on Discord if you have me. Oh, sorry, don't accept an invitation from my name in the Discord if you have me. If you want to add me as a friend, that's fine. But do not accept anyone that is impersonating me, because it's not me. And I'm trying to deter scams as much as I can. So be careful anything when this happens as well. $10, you need a reality check or you'll be holding your bag for 4 years. I mean, I don't say $10 is impossible, but I think it's highly unlikely. Because there are major, I mean, this is major news coming for Kaspa. KRC-20 is going to be very, very big. The KRI are going to be very, very big. And then we've got announcements like this as well. You know, Kaspa, that go to Kaspa said incoming KRC-20 swaps, which is very, very cool. In a future version of the Kaspa mobile wallet, we're excited to share that we'll be integrating the Kasplex swap feature. So yeah, very, very big for Kaspa again. And, well, Kaspa that goes to Kaspa and also Kaspa in general. Nacho, just for top 500. Not even got an centralized exchange listing yet, so that's also very, very good. The KNS CAS domain, so happy to see the Kaspa community staying active and making noise with the KRC-20 launch. KNS is currently focused on building the core infrastructure behind the scenes. Here's a quick update. The website will go live soon. A light paper will go live soon in version 1. Engaging with potential future partners. KNS Telegram will soon be up, and the roadmap will soon up soon. That's also very, very cool to see. Again, you know, it's cool to see, but make sure you're really researching into it. See if it's not, you know, got any, you know, scammy sort of, you know, underlying bad actor vibes behind it, because again, it could happen. You've got to be very, very careful. If you can see right now, people who are following it, who I follow, include the likes of Kaspa. So that to me gives me some form of confidence that Kaspa themselves are the one following them. So that means I'm likely to believe this is actually legit. If it's other people, you know, obviously Kaspa content creators like myself, people who actually cover the project, they will follow stuff about it. They will do. That's understandable. But you want to make sure someone that's trusted is following it. If Kaspa is following KNS, it's more likely to be a legit thing. We've got to be careful, of course. Also spoke about proof of work layer 1s. Kaspa's going to prove that proof of work does work with layer 1s, and it's going to be the next big thing, of course. And then we've got more Kaspa news here as well. Rhubarb Media, which is part of the Kaspa Media team, one of the first people in part of it, the one who, you know, worked with Nicholas Sismel, who used to be working for Binance US, leading listing head of research. Now he works for Kaspa Media. The creative team behind Kaspa, branding and marketing, Rhubarb Media. They have custom designed a beautiful silver coin, and they can't wait to bring in production. So we've got a Kaspa silver coin here. Those who like the physical things, you know, the little sentiments, physical things here, you're going to see a physical Kaspa coin. That'd be very, very cool. So if you want to get that, I mean, by all means. I don't know if I will, but I mean, it might be quite cool. Who knows? The thing might be worth a lot in the future. It might be seen another form of investment potentially. We'll have to wait and see. And then you've got this stuff from Kaspa as well. Also, dev update, the rusty Kaspa RK version 15.02 was just released. Many for integrators using the get virtual chain for block. We've seen here that right now it's not being shown on the mining share node version here, but 15.1, majority of them now switched to that as well now. So we're seeing this transition now more and more to the new rusty Kaspa updates, which means we're getting that step closer once more, time and time again, to 10 BPS, which is very, very good for Kaspa. Of course, we've still got to wait 6 months or so, but when it does come up, that'll mean Kaspa's going to be that next level above. Kaspa in due time is going to be able to flip these projects, you know, the likes of Litecoin comfortably, the likes of Near, the likes of Polkadot, Chain, you know, Chainlink, Shiba Inu, Avalanche, Cardano, you name it. Kaspa's going to be a top 10 in this cycle. There's no doubt about that in my mind. And this is the last, I guess, sort of bad news in regard to Kaspa that I think we need to address real quick. It's not really bad news, except for the fact that, of course, through to the KRC-20 launch, there was a sheer volume of congestion. Of course, there are scams going rampant right now as well, as you've just seen. But the congestion was mental. Exchanges struggled. The Kasware and exchanges, as Shai confirmed, exchanges and Kasware didn't do their due diligence, didn't prepare enough, and they were caught off guard by the sheer volume, and they just had problems. You know, so many problems. All these centralized exchanges need to pull their finger out, because there's a lot of Kaspa right now is still being restricted on these exchanges. Coins, Spot, AU, and MEXC are some of the ones apparently that are still halting transactions of Kaspa. And there's still some more as well. You know, he's saying let's give him 48 hours to fix the issues. Ultimately, we can make as much noise as we want, and of course it's good to make noise. Tell them, you know, sort out the issue right now because it's getting ridiculous. Because of course we want to move our Kaspa around, we want to make more money, we want to invest more. want to take our money out. This is also why, you know, not your keys onto crypto. Take your money out of exchanges if you can and put it into a cold storage, Tangent, whatever it may be. It's good to keep, you know, buy on exchanges is fine or whatever, but for me, I keep my money on cold storage hard wallets like Tangent. This is why it happens. Obviously, Tangent had their issues as well, but I think Tangent's been solved now. There's no problems with Tangent anymore, I don't think. But yeah, we're seeing again, they're just blocking Kaspa, which is really, really frustrating. So hopefully that'll be fixed very, very soon. I only wish for $1 Kaspa this cycle. I'm sure we'll get it, Mohammed. I'm very sure. I think still potential this year, but I'm sure we'll get in the cycle. The three-legged meme cat based on a real cat. Dude sold all his Kaspa in 2022 to save the cat. Oh, Kaspi, the three-legged meme cat based on a real cat. Dude sold all his Kaspa in 2022 to save the cat. Well, I mean, of course, he kept his Kaspa, he would have made more money, but at the same time, that I do respect that. But, you know, saving. I mean, pets for me. I don't have a pet, but I have, you know, friends and family that have had pets, and I've always wanted one. Just never thought I had the time or patience to, you know, the time or time just to take care of one. But I do really love animals, and I think some sacrifices are worth being made to save a cat. So shout out to that guy. I was in at 2.7 cents to 4 cents Tangent bag with a profits of 90 cents. Right to $2, maybe 10% moon bag. I mean, yeah, if you're in Kaspa that early, then I think you're going to be very, very set for sure. Is the scam the reason for the price dip in Kaspa? I think that might have an effect on it. I think ultimately right now, we see the price of Kaspa is still kind of is not far off Bitcoin. Like ultimately right now, some projects are going parabolic. The smaller projects, smaller caps like Nakamoto, the Gomi projects right now are going a bit crazy. But for the most part, Kaspa's not really correcting in price. Yes, it's red, but it's down 0.28%. That's not, for me, I'm not worried about 0.2%. That's effectively nothing. It might go down more throughout the day. We might see more price corrections following, you know, the rate cuts maybe. We'll have to wait and see. The market's still in this consolidation phase. For the most part, Kaspa's still holding above 17 cents, which is very, very good to see. But the scam might have had an effect on the price of Kaspa, you know, causing the corrections. But, well, I mean, ultimately right now, if the scam was bigger, I mean, I think we would have seen a bigger effect. Right now, we've not seen much of an effect. Either the community don't know about it yet, or it's just not too disastrous because people haven't been affected too hard by it. Obviously, yes, $600,000 was stolen, so yeah, I'm still hearts go out to those people, but I don't think the correction is too bad. I think the scam played a part into it, but for the most part, Kaspa's still kind of not moving much right now. Jump into Pepe KRC-20 before it gets fully minted. Yeah, people talk about Pepe. I know JE Cash told me to get into it as well. I said I'd look into it. Ultimately, right now, I'm kind of waiting for the meme tokens to get on the exchanges because I trust that more, especially for some of these other, you know, projects, especially with scams going rampant with Kaspa out right now. The ones that got minted out early days, so Nacho, Kaspa that goes to Kaspa, I think Kaspa as well. Ones that got minted out very, very early, those are the ones that are going to do very, very well in the cycle. Ones that still haven't been minted out yet. Not saying they won't do well, but they won't probably do the same numbers as Nacho would do or Kaspa would do. So, I mean, if you want to get some meme tokens before they mint out, then yeah, make sure you research into it, see if it's a worthwhile project. Make sure it's, you know, not a scam, of course. Do your own research, and hopefully you make a significant bag. Those who got into Nacho early, who minted Nacho, I'm sure they're going to be very, very rich. I hope they are. $10 would mean that Kaspa will be almost 10% of Bitcoins at 3 trillion. This can be possible. BNB had 10% last cycle. I mean, I'm not saying it's impossible, Toggle Delay. I'm just saying it's highly unlikely. Because it's still, Kaspa's still a project that hasn't, right now the only thing that Kaspa has is KRC-20. If you think about it, really think about it, Kaspa's not got the adoption yet. It's not got the use case yet. Kaspa's, what we're gonna see in the cycle as it develops more and more is that projects with real use case, ones that actually are offering something, will do well. That's why XRP I think will do well, because yes, it's centralized, yes, it's a problem, I know that, but it's already an integral part of the Interledger system that's been incorporated into the backbone of the Monero system, Interledger protocol. So therefore, it's going to be used as a form of currency. Kaspa's not there yet. It's got the technology and it should be there in due time, but it's not there yet. So without it just being a project that's going to be going up in price through exchange listings, through, you know, developments and whatnot, and through FOMO. Once the stuff come out, once the smart contract come out, once the DAG comes out, once the 10 BPS comes out, once KRC-20 comes out more and more, once the KRI get more involved and put more projects on KRC-20 as well, then Kaspa's used in the KRI and the energy sector and the finance sector, then we'll see Kaspa take off more. Top 10 circles last cycle had from 2.5 to 5% on Bitcoin. So a $3-5 Kaspa is so possible. Yeah, I think $5 Kaspa is very likely. Well, $3 is very likely. $5 is average for me, like where I think we should go to. And then 7 would be hopeful, and then 10 would be bullish. Are we going to have a smart contract before the bull run? Well, there's no confirmation of that. We do know from a dev meeting that happened in July with Jonathan Sobolinski and them and all the developers, open dev meeting, that they confirmed that they want to make their own smart contract as opposed to just piggybacking on somebody else's, and that process can take at least 18 months. So likely we're going to get it either at the very, very end or start of the bear cycle. Pepe on KRC-20 is a scam. Okay, well there you go. Bingo Bango says it's a scam. Go listen to Crypto Galaxy for wisdom on memes. I mean, yeah, if you want to listen to meme tokens, then maybe Crypto Galaxy is a good guy to listen to. I don't listen to him anymore. But if you want to listen to meme tokens, maybe he's a good guy to go to, because I know he talks about memes at Kaspa. But again, just be careful again with meme tokens and with any project, because they can have problems. That's why Kaspa's one that I have a lot of faith in, because Kaspa in itself is not a scam. With it being a fair launch proof of work, it cannot be a scam. You get people who try to take advantage of it, or like KDX, but Kaspa itself as a project is not a scam. That's why anyone who claims to be, these forks of Kaspa, the other projects that forks of Kaspa, be careful, because they may be scams as well. Kaspa itself is not a scam, but other ones that claim to be could be. Do you know when Usdt is coming to Kaspa? I do not have confirmation here that is on KRC-20 and now supports through finance change. So seemingly it might already be on KRC-20 or on change to go through KRC-20. So it's not Usdt is not actually on KRC-20 in itself. It's through change, finance change, from the looks of things. But either way, when the stablecoins, grow more and more adoption come to KRC-20, we'll see a considerable price rise, I'm sure. I'm very confident in that. Singapore conference, yeah, I've been seeing news about that as well. Shai looks like he's loving life out in Singapore. Kaspa's not hitting $10, it's not hitting $5. I'm 8% Kaspa, but these price targets are insane. I mean, $10 I think is quite, quite far-fetched. Again, if I reiterate, I think $5 is not too far-fetched. I'm going based on the power law. I think the bull cycle that's happening is due to be one of the, if not the most bullish bull cycle in history of institutional adoption. We're going to see trillions of dollars flood into the market. The market peaked last time round. Well, I mean, it's already nearing its all-time high peak. Bitcoin's already near its all-time, so like we're seeing, 2.5 trillion without Bitcoin's 3 trillion without Bitcoin's all-time high last time round, or something like that. Or crypto's all-time last time round. There's speculation we should see at least 8, if not 10 trillion by the end of 2025. If that's the case, then Kaspa should have the makers to reach at least $3, $5, potentially higher. I think again, in accordance to the power law, the top end of the power law says Kaspa should reach $3. And I think Kaspa is a project that will definitely, reach the high end of the power law. But again, power law just takes into account the price over time, the emission schedule. This doesn't take into account the KRI, the project that are going on with institutional adoption, 10 BPS, smart contract potential, DAGNAT potential, tier 1 exchange listings, all the additional FOMO. It just takes into price over time, just the emission schedule. There's more factors to look into when you're deciding how to invest into crypto market. Not just Kaspa. Not just Kaspa catalysts as well. You've got other catalysts regarding market sentiments. Here, BlackRock confirming they're going to see institutional interest in Bitcoin skyrocket more with the US debt piling up higher and higher to hedge their bets against Bitcoin, against inflation. More and more proof that we're going to see, crypto, SMPX, we're going to see more increasing in price potentially with crypto, with stocks. The global monetary supply hitting all-time highs as well, with the Fed rate cuts. That's going to ease the economic stress and allow more money to flood into risk on assets like crypto. FTX redistribution money again in Q4 this year. So yeah, I think $5 is a potential, a good potential at that, because I think we're going to see Kaspa surpass the power law, because there's too many factors to take into account when investing, not just power law. Again, if it doesn't hit $5, so be it. I'm really not fussed. Long term, I'm holding Kaspa long term. Kaspa's a product that I think will hit hundreds of thousands of dollars in the future. So I'm holding it really, really long term, 10, 20 years. But for the most part, I think Kaspa has potential to still hit $5 a cycle, if not higher. Suggest a tab in your Discord for members to post scam tokens. Members can check before acting on it. That's a good idea, Sweet Potato. Thank you for the suggestion. Actually, I will get around that. I've got some developments, some stuff happening over this weekend. I'm going to be choosing some special members who have been really helpful in the community since its launch. So shout out to the people being Kaspa God, Mr. Miles, Cody, and Leroy. I plan to and I have already asked if they can help out a little bit more, so they'll be helping in the development of the Discord server. So that's an idea we'll be keeping down as well, regarding, you know, a place where people can post scam tokens, so people can just look out for that. Other ideas as well. We've got altcoins are going to be coming into play as well, so people can post other projects in there as well if you want to talk about them more. We'll make subsections as well, so it's going to start again this weekend. So those who want to know more about the Discord server, again, Kaspa news, crypto news, market sentiment, but also other projects as well. The Discord is going through an expansion very, very soon. It'll be a slow process, of course, but I mean, server's only been up for about 50 days. We've got 340 members already, and it's growing still very, very quickly. And when this server goes more and more and more, you know, hopefully you'll be happy to be in it early, because people who are in it right now have been very happy with the server so far. How can Usdt come to Kaspa when they don't have any smart contracts yet? KRC-20, well, it's coming through Change Finance, so it's not KRC-20 that's doing it. It's going supported through Change Finance, so they're the ones they're piggybacking off that. I think that's what it is. I think it's piggybacking off that, so it's not actually KRC-20 that's launched USDT. Like it's piggybacking off Change Finance. Too much going on behind closed doors for Kaspa not to reach $10. Okay, well, I'm gonna, for this time being now, ignore the the price targets between that, because I think Kaspa has a good potential, but it really could hit anywhere. Given how Nacho and Kaspa has taken the reins, not really interested in any other coins on KRC-20. Yeah, I think Kaspa and Nacho, again, in accordance to the community poll that the Kaspa Guru put out, he showcased that the two most popular meme tokens were Nacho and Kaspa, and Nacho also overwhelmingly won, but it was those two. So those ones I think have the most potential. No, they don't have smart contracts. They have KRC-20 and smart contracts are quite similar, but KRC-20 is like the final project, and smart contracts are like where you can develop yourself. Smart contracts are incoming, but they're not on Kaspex yet. No. Where's stablecoins and Kaspa? Well, stablecoins through KDX is not happening because they scammed us. This is what I saw here. Through Change Finance, failed to announce Kaspa chain is live. The Kaspa currency chain is live on decentralized app.change.finance. I'll link this in the chat. Anyone wants to check it out for themselves. I'll also link it in my server as well. In fact, I've already linked in my server, so you can check it out for yourself, and you're in my server anyways. But it's just saying you can buy native Kaspa with USDT from 20 chains, and bridge Kaspa to and from the Kaspa network. So you can bridge Kaspa to from the network, and it showcases here, you know, USDT. It shows here that you could USDT is on. This is called the LPOR here that is on it, the chain already, which is very, very cool. I've had the scammers impersonating you. They're quite convincing. I twigged as your username with one. Yeah, again, the scammers. I mean, you know, scammers know what they're doing, man. They do. I've had a lot of people. I mean, Mr. Mars showed me that he had like 12 people who tried to add him impersonating me, which is funny because he now has me. He has me as a friend, so he knows it's not me. But it's like people constantly trying to impersonate me. They'll change. They have everything the exact same, and they just change one or two little things just to make it seem like it's not me. So you've got to be very, very careful. Very, very careful. Again, if you want to add me as a friend, that's fine. I'll accept it a friend request, but I will not send you a friend request because, you know, that's the only way I can deter scammers. Know that if you see someone impersonating someone with my name trying to add you, it's just not me. Do you advise buying Kevin from the Telegram marketplace? I don't advise anything. I'm not a financial advisor. Do as you like. Do as you like. If you want to buy it from the Telegram marketplace, go for it. $160 trillion locked up in bonds. That'll be unlocked next year. All that money needs to go somewhere. Kaspa is collect with the bond market. FOMC meeting. Then all the upgrades coming. I mean, there's a lot of money going to be coming to the market. A lot. That's why I'm so optimistic about crypto. We're going to see a massive surge because there's so much money. In due time, all money is going to be going on chain. It's going to take a few years, but we're going to see the start of it happening now. We're going to see money start coming on chain. Not that the 160 trillion is not going to all flood into the crypto market straight away, into Kaspa straight away. So yeah, it'll happen in due time. I think we're going to see a big price surge of Kaspa in the cycle. I just don't know. I mean, if $10 happens again, great, but I'm not holding my breath for $10 Kaspa. At least not this cycle. If it happens, fantastic. I'm not holding my breath for it. That's all I'm trying to say. Yeah, KDX is a scam. It's been confirmed now. Complete scam. Stay away from it. all-time high of $2. Okay, you know what? I'm going to ignore these things now because people are going to speculate about their price targets between, you know, whether it be $2, whether it be $10. Again, I give my predictions. You're welcome to speculate what you like with the price target, and we'll just see what happens, innit? We'll see what happens. If it happens, and it, you know, it's not a matter of who's right or wrong. Like ultimately, if you're trying to hold Kaspa just for this bull cycle, then yes, you should care about the price target. Otherwise, if you're holding Kaspa long term, which I am, I'm holding Kaspa for like I said 10, 20 years. I don't care about the price target of this all-time high. I speak about it. People ask me what I think. I'll tell them what I think. I give my reasons for it, but I don't really care. Truth be told, I'm holding Kaspa long term to where it'll be valued from 17 cents right now. It'll be worth hundreds if not thousands of dollars. So I will be a millionaire based off that. That's all it is. Okay, I'm going through all these questions talking about price target still. Turbo is also awesome. Also. Yeah, I've heard people talk about Turbo, obviously a meme token. Turbo recently got listed on Binance, so Turbo's done decently well recently. Yeah, up 40% again today. Over the span of the week, it has, you know, gone up 64%. The Binance listing was around here. So it's doing well, and it probably continue to increase in price for the time being. Alongside Baby Doge as well. Baby Doge also was listed on Binance as well, alongside one other meme token, but I can't remember which one it was. This one's currently actually down, so that's interesting. But Baby Doge is not big as Turbo anyway, so we can see Baby Doge from its launch is up 115%. Let's hit Binance launch here. It's down currently on the daily though. KRC-20 is great. I'm saying Pepe is ordering Ethereum, stay away from copycats. Okay. Okay, now I'm seeing speculation about Jonathan Belinsky being Satoshi Nakamoto, which, yeah, I've heard the speculation behind that. Again, it's fun to speculate, but I'm not gonna, you know, cover news articles saying Satoshi Nakamoto is Jonathan Belinsky and vice versa, because there's no proof of that. There's, you know, coincidences, but there's coincidence with everything, you know. Could be his $5 and I'm cashing out 3% in my bag, clearing all my debts, 50% for the long-term plan, 4+ years. Good idea. Good idea, my man. I'm not buying anything but more Kaspa and Velo. I'm doubling down. Yeah, Velo, people talk about Velo. I spoke about it again in my last stream. I think Velo, from the looks of it, is doing alright right now. Obviously, it's a product that's down like 96% from its launch in the peak of the peak of the bull cycle again. I can't say for sure how well it's going to do, so I've still got to do research into it. I'm going to research over the next, you know, week, hopefully, when I have some more time. I'll start researching into it a little bit more to find other projects, see what they're actually about, and see if I like them or not. Because in due time, I feel like, I mean, obviously Kaspa's the best. I always talk about Kaspa in these streams as well, but in due time, I think we're going to go through, as we're going through the development in the crypto server, and the Discord server, which again, if you want to join it, feel free. We're going to see some developments as well, I'm sure, in the live streams. Of course, a lot of these Kaspa Discord, at least Kaspa content creators, talk about Kaspa, but they start talking about other projects as well. Crypto Galaxy's got its meme tokens. I think Crypto Archie, he talks about Tau. I think also talks about Velo a little bit as well, but he talks about Tau a little bit as well. Ultimately, right now, I'm going to be starting to reveal some of the other projects that are... I mean, I've also spoke about the fact that I love Kaspa. I do hold XRP and other real-world utility tokens for what they actually offer. I am going to be looking into gaming projects at one point soon as well, which I'll get into that again in the future. But for other projects that I'll be talking about that I will start looking into and holding, I'll get into those in the streams to come, I'm sure. So that'll be, you know, more things to talk about, and you can then potentially make your money for those projects and then cycle it into Kaspa again. Just someone tried to add me for Discord. Yeah, again, I'm pretty sure I have you already, Andy, so you know it's not him. You know it's not me, but yeah, be careful when people are trying to actually impersonate me. The way I see it, KRC-20 is the interface that allows smart contracts to integrate with the Kaspa block DAG once the throughput is increased and the foundation is there seamlessly execute smart contracts. KRC-20, okay, I mean, that's a bad suggestion. I mean, I need to do more research into it, but to my knowledge, KRC-20 and smart contracts are both similar, but they're not the same. KRC-20 is basically the final product. So imagine you're trying to build a car. KRC-20 is the completed car. And the smart contracts are the parts that you use to then allow you to build different type of cars. That's to my understanding of it. I'm going to do more research into it to find out myself, but I think that's basically what the difference between the two are. In fact, whilst I'm going a little bit over, but I'll do a little bit of search for you to try and find out. And through my notes, go through my notes, 'cause I definitely put this down here. So yeah, go through my notes. Okay, so yeah, basically KRC-20 and smart contracts are closely related, but they do serve a different purpose. KRC-20 is a specific token standard on the Kaspa blockchain or blockdag, which is similar. So KRC-20 is similar to ERC-20 in that regard on Ethereum, as we should know. It is therefore defined by it defines by a set of rules and functions that KRC-20 must adhere to. So it must adhere to token supply, transfers, approvals, balance queries, you know what, you name it. Like, but smart contracts themselves, they self-executing contracts. They are self-executing contracts. So KRC-20 has to follow a set of rules. Smart contracts, they self-execute contracts with terms directly written into the code. So KRC-20 tokens can be used, can be created using smart contracts, but smart contracts can interact with KRC-20 tokens, but it's not vice versa. So you can use smart contracts to create KRC-20 tokens, but KRC-20 tokens is the final product. Smart contracts is what you use to create KRC-20 tokens, if that helps. So KRC-20 is a token standard. Smart contract is a programmable contract that can be used to create the tokens and interact with them and create other things as well. If that's a better understanding for those who don't understand the difference between the two. Well, anyways, with that, well, yeah, you've got 10 BPS smart contracts coming soon. I mean, 10 BPS will be coming Q1 2025. Smart contracts will be coming in the future. We haven't got a time for when that's going to happen just yet. I don't understand why you keep saying this cycle until... Are you talking to me or someone else? Okay, I think it's all someone else, either way. Thoughts on fund. It's a KRC-20 with a low supply. I have no idea about fund. I would be careful, again, with all this stuff going on right now, this scam included. I'll be very, very careful with any projects, you know, airdrop. I mean, if it's an airdrop, if you haven't spent anything money on it, then it might be alright. Be careful with any projects, you know, claiming to be a fork, a branch, a connection, a DEX to KRC-20, whatever it may be, because as we just shown, without smart contracts or the KRC-20 protocol, these things are not to be trusted. So be careful with that. I mean, should you give me some more info on it, Rex, regarding fund if you're in my Discord server, again, feel free to join my free Discord server, link in the chat. Let us know in the community about it, and we'll look through it and go through it again a little bit next stream if you want as well. Why do you think BlackRock is mining Kaspa and it's not for the profits? Okay, there's more people talking. Okay, that's fine. Okay, with that being said, that is going to be it for the stream now. 5 minutes over. Lucky guys. But that being said, yeah, that's going to be the stream today. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining once more. If you enjoyed the streams, again, leave a like, share with your friends, and subscribe for more, you legends. And if you want to know more about crypto market sentiments, and again, the Discord about to go through a massive expansion very, very soon, I like to believe, then feel free to join the free Discord server, link in the chat, in the description, and also on screen right now. That being said, I'll catch you all tomorrow. Same type of channel, same type of time.